in 78 of Surah, I sort of reveal here, and strive in his cause as he ought to strive, and sincerity and under discipline. He has chosen you and has opposed no difficulties on you. In religion, it is that the court of your father Abraham. It is he who has named you Muslim, both before and in this revelation, that the apostle may be a witness for you. Apostle may be what? Witness for you. A witness for you, and ye be witness for mankind. So establish regular prayer, give regular charity, and hold fast to God. He is your protector and the best to protect and the best to help. As relating to what the apostle, relating to what Abraham, having that kind of relations, to understand what happened at that time, his lifestyle, and you can compare that to, what you should even make of yours or your life at the present time. We will discover this. I'll have to, but it's all about the statement which has been advised here in the book, which tells you that don't pay back evil with evil. It's like an advice, a strong advice being made here in the Quran. Not to pay back evil with evil, but being merciful, being very, understanding in every situation, to make sure that you don't fall into that snare of hurting somebody or doing something based on the fact that a person also hurted you or somebody. But the explanation here is like, I want to put through for you to understand that the Quran has teach so many things about your enemy, which you are supposed to strike your enemy, and in that regard punish them. And you should not look down or forgive your enemy. Somehow you should punish them. In Surah 9:5, we saw it plainly written there. So if he reveals another statement saying that don't punish other evil with evil, then we have an issue on our hands here of why such statement will come, or why will such a statement come from the all-wise God. But we will get to, I will pull that one out when it's discovered on the videos, as you keep, stay tuned. Our next video will sort of reveal that thing, and you should not look down or look back onto that. But let's look in Surah 5. What Surah 5 says is obvious, is clear. Surah 5, Surah 5:45. Surah 5. Surah 5:45. Surah 5, sorry. Yeah, Surah 5, verse 45. It says, we ordained therein for them life for life, eye for eye, nose for nose, ear for ear, tooth for tooth, and wounds equal for equal. Wounds equal for equal. But if anyone remits the retaliation by way of charity, it is an act of atonement for himself. And if any fail to judge by the light of what God has revealed, they are no better than doers. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. It is there also in Exodus. If you go to look at the book of Exodus of the Bible, Exodus 21:24. Exodus 21:24. It says here, we read from 23. But if any harm follows, then if any harm follows, then you shall give life for life. If any harm, any dangerous thing follow, then you must give life for life, pay life for life. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot. Defend yourself. Burn for burn, wound for wound, stripe for stripe. If a man strikes the eye of his male or female servant and destroy it, he shall let him go free for the sake of his eye. And if he knocks out the teeth of his male or female servant, he shall let him go free for the sake of his tooth. In that sense also, if you had to do that harmful thing to your servant, then the servant doesn't have to pay anything back to you. His freedom is there for him as a result of what you did. That is something that you have to do to pay back what he did. You have to give his life back to his life for what harm you have done to that person. So he's free to go on that. But if nothing like that, then you can hold the person on the ground. But it depends on what you do to that person. It can relate it far to so many extent. But also in so many ways, somebody hit you or slap you or do so, you have to slap back, hit for hit, tooth for tooth. In equal sense of paying back. You don't feel consideration that, unless that person, according to the Quran here, unless that person sort of remit with charity, some sort of charity, but something to atone for that kind of thing. But if not, then tooth for tooth, eye for eye. It is clearly written here. So if I'm pointing at the other sort of text of Surah XII, and that will also show, not to sort of telling you a text which tells you that in the Quran, which is telling you that you should not pay evil with evil. And when we go through that, we will be able to see clearly what the Surah is saying or what the Quran is saying. We can also have another text from there in Surah LX, which is also revealing the relations of women is not allowed with outsiders. Islamic people are not allowed to sort of fall or love outsiders. If you read Surah LX, L for Lima, X for xylophone, verse 1, it tells you women are not supposed to relate to what outsiders, anything outside the Islamic religion. So I'll find it and put it all out to you. And if you are to look at LX, let me see LX right now. What we've got on LX to point it out for you. But we will get that anyway. There are time for that, and I'll point it out for you. So you look out, and I'm going to point it out for you.